Hello dear students, hope you all are good and doing well at your home. Myself Diksha Rai, this is your subject teacher of computer from LPM Public School situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. So dear student, today I am going to explain you a new chapter number 2, that is computer devices. What is the name of this chapter? Computer devices. So dear student, before starting this chapter, first of all, what will we do? First we will get to read. So you have to pay attention to listen carefully that how am I pronunciation this word correctly. So let's begin. So dear student, before starting this chapter, I have some important notes for you from your previous class. So dear student, as you know very well, a computer is a smart machine that accepts data input, processes that data using programs, output that process data as information. Dear students, computers can be connected together to form networks. A computer has two main components, as you know very well. Number first is hardware and number second is software. So dear student, do you know that who invented the computer? English mathematician and inventor Charles Babbage invented the computer. So dear student, as you know very well, a computer is a machine that can be programmed to carry out sequences of arithmetic, logical operations automatically. Modern computers can perform generally of operations known as programs. These programs enable computer to perform a wide range of tasks. Charles Babbage, an English mechanical engineer and polymath, originated the concept of a programmable computer, considered the father of the computer. He conceptualized and invented the first mechanical computer in the early 19th century. The machine was about a century ahead of its time. So dear students, now your next important topic is a computer is a machine that can store and process information. Most computers rely on a binary system that uses of variables computer. So dear student, do you know that what is the importance of computer? There are a lot of importance of computer, like computers are now fact of life, as you know very well. Computers have created a very effective information system to help streamline the management of an organization. This makes it a much needed tool for every business, banking, government, entertainment, daily life, industry, education and administration. So dear student, in your previous class you have already read that there are a lot of differences between computer and humans. Like a computer never gets tired, but a human gets tired and needs rest. A computer works very fast. A human cannot work as fast as a computer. And a computer can store a lot of information, but a human can store limited information. A computer never makes a mistake, but a human can make mistakes. So dear student, do you know that how many types of computers? There are a lot of types of computer. You have already read in your previous class, like desktop computers, laptops, tablets and smartphones. Dear student, can you tell me what is the uses of computer at different places? There are a lot of uses of computer at different places, like schools to teach and learn, to do projects and all. Home, offices, banks, hospitals, shops and malls, airports and railway stations. So dear student, in your previous class, you have already read the parts of a computer. A computer has 4 main parts like monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. So dear student, do you know that how is monitor look like? A monitor looks like a television. A monitor is also called a visual display unit, VDU. Do you know that what is the full form of VDU? It's visual display unit. CPU. The next part of a computer is CPU. The CPU cabinet contains the central processing unit. The full form of CPU is central processing unit, and it controls all the other parts of a computer. So dear student, keyboard. A keyboard has many buttons on it called keys. Mouse. A mouse helps to point, move and select an object on the monitor. So dear student, now I am going to start your new chapter, chapter number 2, that is computer devices. So dear student, let's begin. Input devices. Input devices. So now we are going to read about your topic, that is input devices. Input devices are the devices or the parts of a computer through which data and instructions are entered into a computer. Input and output devices are also known as computer peripherals. Input and output devices are also known as computer peripherals. So dear student, as you know very well that a computer works in 3 steps: input, processing, output. In your previous chapter, I have already explained you that working of a computer. This is known as the IPO cycle, that is input, processing, output. Some of the commonly used input devices are. So dear student, now we are going to read about used input devices like keyboard. Now we are going to read about keyboard. So student, before starting this topic, I have some notes about keyboard. A keyboard has many buttons on its called keys. A standard keyboard has 104 keys. Pressing these keys help us to type words and number on a computer. A keyboard is the most commonly used device. It lets the user enter data and instructions into a computer. A standard keyboard has 104 keys. A keyboard is the most commonly used input device. It lets the user enter data and instructions into a computer. A standard keyboard has 104 keys. So dear student, as you can see on your page, figure number 2.1, it is keyboard. What is it? It's keyboard. Information box. A typewriter has keys similar to that of a keyboard. Pressing these keys produces words directly on a paper. It's typewriter. As you can see in your examination, that papers you admit for your solver examination, that is available from a typewriter. Your next topic is mouse. A mouse is also known as a pointing device. It controls the movement of the pointer on the monitor. It has 2 buttons, left and right, and a scroll wheel in the middle of them. So dear student, as you know very well, a mouse helps to point, move and select an object on the monitor. A computer mouse has two buttons and a scroll wheel. It is also used to play games and draw pictures. So dear student, as you can see on your page, figure number 2.2, it's mouse. A mouse has two buttons, left and right, and a scroll wheel in the middle of them. So dear student, now we are going to read about information box. Dr. Douglas Inglebot invented the first computer mouse in 1963. Now there are two types of computer mouse. There are two types of computer mouse. Number first is ball mouse and number second is optical mouse. Now we are going to read about ball mouse. Uses a ball for the movement of the mouse pointer. The ball is present under it. Optical mouse used an LED light for the movement of the mouse pointer. Now we are going to read about scanner. We are going to read about scanner. A scanner reads the text or pictures printed on a sheet and transfers it to a computer. For example, a printed and a handwritten document, photographs and so on. The flatbed scanner is the most commonly used scanner. So dear student, on your page figure number 2.3, it is scanner. As you can see, a scanner reads the text or pictures printed on a sheet and transfers it to a computer. For example, a printed, a handwritten document, photographs and so on. The flatbed scanner is the most commonly used scanner. So dear student, your next topic is microphone. It is microphone. It is used to record and input voice, sound and music into a computer. It is used to record and input voice, sound and music into a computer. So dear students, as you can see on your page figure number 2.4, it's microphone. What is it? It is microphone. Now we are going to read about your next topic, that is processing device. Processing device. CPU is the processing device. CPU is the processing device in a computer. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. The full form of CPU, as you know very well, is Central Processing Unit. CPU is also known as the brain of a computer. CPU is also, you can say that CPU is also known as the brain of a computer. It controls the input and output devices attached to a computer. It processes the given input and provides the accurate output accordingly. So dear students, now we are going to read about some important topic, CPU. The CPU cabinet contains the Central Processing Unit, and the full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit. It controls all the other parts of computer connected to it. As you know very well in your chapter, CPU is also known as the brain of a computer. So dear student, please turn over the page and pay attention to read carefully. Now your next topic is the CPU is made up of three parts. Number first is control unit, number second is memory unit, and number third is arithmetic logic unit. So dear student, now we are going to read about control unit. Control unit This unit controls the functioning of all the parts of a computer. This unit does not process or store data. Now we are going to read about second point. Second part, memory unit, MU, memory unit. It stores all the data and instructions temporarily or permanently. Now we are going to read about part number 3, that is arithmetic logic. That is arithmetic logic. Arithmetic logic, ALU, does all the arithmetic calculations like addition, multiplication, subtraction and division. It also performs logical operations such as finding less than, greater than or equal to numbers. Now again we are going to revise the arithmetic logic part number 3. ALU does all the arithmetic calculations like addition, multiplication, subtraction and division. It also performs logical operations such as finding less than, greater than or equal to numbers. So dear student, as you can see on your page, figure number 2.5, it is CPU cabinet. Now we are going to read about information box. A motherboard is present inside the CPU cabinet. It holds together other parts of a computer including CPU, memory and connectors for input and output devices. So dear student, now we are going to read about output devices. So dear student, in your next video, I will explain your next topic, output devices, and your other topics from your chapter number 2. So dear student, I hope you will understand this chapter very well. And now I am going to giving you a home assignment. You have to read this chapter very carefully and with the correctly pronunciation. I hope you will be fine. Be careful. Take care. Have a great day.